For years, John Torpey of Sixmilebridge made hurleys by hand, but as time went by, gradually found it impossible to keep up with the demand. So he set up a small factory in his own backyard, but now finds the old problem confronting him again. To cope with the orders coming in from players and clubs throughout the country, all hands are called on in the Torpey family.
Well, the most important part of the making of the hurley is the mould, because if the mould isn't right, the hurleys won't be right. This particular mould now is my own design, and took me ages to get it right.
A few years ago, efforts were made to introduce a plastic hurley, but it never really caught on. John Torpey mechanised his operation with the help of Shannon Development's small industry programme. However, he's adamant that all the machinery in the world on its own won't make a good hurley. A skilled eye, he says, is needed to ensure that the proper balance is maintained.
I think the balance is the most important. All good hurlers will look for a properly balanced hurley, and the balance can only be achieved down there, that point along there. Get the maximum distance from a puck. The grain has to be good, of course, and the handle has to be exceptionally good.
Well, you still finish off the senior sticks
by
hand.
I finish off all my senior sticks on the sander myself. I wouldn't trust the job to anybody. It's easy enough, I suppose, to get bad ash, which is grown on sandy or rocky ground. You know, it won't be good. But I always found that ash that grew on good land was invariably good ash. But it's getting scarce, and I think it's a pity really that the forestry don't plant or have a policy for planting ash. You know, in 20 or 30 years' time, and remember it takes maybe 15 to 20 years for a tree to grow to make 3 or 4 hurleys. You know, so I see in 30 years' time, if they don't do something about it now, it really is going to be very scarce. Very nice stick. Worked very hard with it for maybe a month, because I balance my hurleys down now here, this area, but to get greater distance in the ball stroke, and also the grip on the handle, to do a lot of work with the grip, to get it right, to get it to my satisfaction anyway. And when I had it finished, I asked a few what I considered experts, and they seemed very pleased with it. So.
And it's not just senior players who prefer the traditional clash of the ash. Michael Gilmartin of the Clare Primary School Hurling Board is a regular visitor to Sixmilebridge.
Right, Michael, that's your lot.
Right. See you Wednesday, so Sean.
Fine, okay, I'll have some more ready for you.
Thanks very much.
Okay. All the best. Bye.
John, you're not cheap.
Well, I'm not dear. I reckon my hurleys can be bought at about £2 each, cheaper than they can be bought in the shops.
But you were saying there is a big problem with VAT.
Well, the VAT is the killer. I think it's crazy to have 25% VAT on hurleys, and judging by the next budget, it will be 30%.